last time on Lies of P, we finished abruptly because we fought a boss named the King of Puppets, Romeo the King of Puppets, who was supposed to be, like, the big boss, but it turns out that he wasn't. We don't know why yet. We don't have context. But we just finished fighting him. Them, I should say. And we got his weapon. We made his weapon. And then I immediately went to he/hims again. We got their weapon, and then the game crashed. The game crashed. It also crashed the recording. It crashed everything. It's all gone. So that was unfortunate. But before that, we were exploring the city of Krat, a city rampant with disease from a petrification plague that is causing people to slowly turn into stones with, like, scaly stones. It's disgusting, but kind of cool. And in order to cure themselves, they took some medicine from alchemists and also a charlatan, we don't know, who it turned out not to help them, and instead turned them into corruption monstrosities that shot out decay, which is acid, assumedly it's stomach bile, but we don't know. So it was really a lose-lose of either you become stone or you become a zombie, kinda. You couldn't really win. On top of that, there was also a puppet frenzy, where all of the puppets were going insane, going around murdering everybody around them. We don't know why that's happening either. We think it's because of their ergo, which is an otherworldly rock that is giving them power. It allows them, it's like their battery. We think that it's something to do with that, but we don't know for sure. We don't know why that's happening, if that is what's happening. It also seems that they are organized, but not, because we thought the King of Puppets was organizing them, but now it turns out that might not have been the thing. There's some form of, like, Adam-Eve kind of situation going, similar to Nier. So it might be like, what is a human? You know, like, maybe that's something that's going in the direction of, we don't really know. But we're killing people. Well, not really people. We've killed a couple people, but it was self-defense, you know, stand your ground laws and all that. But we killed robots, mainly. So anyways, let's get started. Beat Starfield, so I don't have to. I was enjoying discount Outer Worlds. Never. When do we return to Starfield? Starfield will probably return after my break, because I'm gonna take a little break for a few days this week. So what will probably happen is today we're doing Lies of P. Tomorrow we're doing Bread and Fred. When I return on Monday, we'll probably do Lies of P again, and then the following Thursday would be Starfield. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. We're gonna give Starfield, like, a few more streams of, like, a trial, like, probably, I'm thinking 5. Because I want to let it cook, and I want to give it a chance to get to the good part that people are talking about. So we're probably going to give Starfield about 5 more streams of a chance, because I wasn't really enjoying it that much. So we're probably going to give it, like, 5 more streams of, like, of a chance, and then after that, we're going to move on. But yeah, we'll see how we feel at the time. Hi, Doggo, how are you? So anyways, cool new weapon.
Who's a good
Bro is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's a good boy, isn't he?
Who's a good boy?
Oh, Drew likes scritches behind the ears. Yes. Oh, mustache scritches? Drew likes mustache scritches, doesn't he?
Yeah, maybe Vertigo. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we just need to swap their batteries around. Why did my 7 TV break? I only see default emotes. I don't know. I don't think it's broken for me. Oh, also, you were questioning whether or not it's a scythe or a sickle. It's technically both. Because the blade part of it is a sickle, but when attached to the big ass thing, the staff, if you will, it's then a scythe. It's a sickle attached to a chain onto a pole arm, which makes it a scythe. Because in reality, like, a scythe is just a sickle on a stick. And so that's what a scythe is. So. Now, you could, like, argue that, like, that's not true, because a lot of scythes have, like, a... Can I use my mouse? Yeah. A lot of scythes, like farming scythes, have, like, an extra handle right here. So that instead of holding it like this, you hold it like this, so that you can go, you know? Thank you for throwing your graphics cards at me and immediately breaking them. Hi, Debuff, how are you? So you could argue that this isn't a scythe, because it doesn't have that. However, in every video game ever, they don't have that, so I don't think it matters. But anyways, we did decide that we're going to use this. Eventually, I could use both and have them as, like, sidearms, but as you can see, this immediately makes me slightly heavy, so I need to get a little bit more stuff.
I know my way around.
Be able to hold that kind of weaponry. This requires the big upgrade material, though. I mean... At that point, it's almost to the same level. Wait! There's something I want to tell you, Geppetto's puppet. Please come to the hotel garden on the way to Elysian Boulevard. This place looks different. Yeah?
Welcome, good sir. At last, we speak frankly instead of with professional reserve. I have something to confess. Something involving your unique perspective. I am a puppet whose ego has awoken. I don't know exactly why, and
Ego?
we need not dwell on the details. Instead, I wish to dwell on the welfare of Lady Antonia. I adore Lady Antonia. It is a presumptuous feeling for a puppet to have, to be sure. I have no intention of putting myself forward, of course. However, I cannot watch her die. It's too painful. Thus, I need your unique perspective. You exist somewhere between human and puppet. Can a puppet and a human fall in love? Have you ever met a puppet who loves a human?
Oh, dude, here's a wedding ring, dog.
It exists indeed. An unbelievable.
That probably wasn't the lying thing to do, but, like, honestly, I'd kind of given that up. I don't give a shit. I'm just doing whatever, man.
I fear
Doing whatever feels right.
to pursue such a splendid happiness. I have no intention of telling her, of course. It wouldn't be proper to burden someone so frail. If I may be frank, this is better than I dared hope. Even if you are telling me a sweet lie, I shall savor it. Thank you. It was wise to confide in you. Thank you for granting me that wisdom.
Of course, man. Gemini's
No
iron
matter what
protection.
fate brings us, I will be at Lady Antonia's side. Serving her is my duty. The very reason I was created. Welcome to Hotel Krat. How may I be of service?
Paul and Dina want that Grammy nanny yuck gluck. Take the tooth up double gluck combo, you know what I'm saying? Hey Ace, how are you? Paul and Dina over here fucking hoping to get the two-hand twist, you know what I'm saying? The wrinkly old two-hand twist. She twists in the hand like grips because there's wrinkles, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm buying these. A gearhead and a gilf. Hi Ace, how are you? I also wanted to buy this apple because it seems out of place. That's it. I'm eating dinner. What are you eating? Sunn had something to say to you, but she left right when you came in, so. I wonder if I could tell her that he has a crush on her. Should I do that, chat? What do you think? Chat, if I can tell Grammy that her robot has a crush on her, should I do that? What do you think?
Just dance with me all through the night. Turn it out. Close to you.
Try and date Franny yourself. Okay, but that's not what I asked. Like yeah, if that's an option, we can put that forward. But like currently we have an option already. Should I tell her that Paul and Dina has a crush on her? Yes, no.
Just want you step with me, dance with me, hear me feel alright.
So, what did we tell him we won't tell her? We're not really doing the lying thing. Like, we're not 100% doing the lying thing. We're doing what feels right in the moment. And, for me, telling him that puppet human marriage was possible, was was the right thing to do. Meanwhile, lying to the other guy that the puppet actually loved him, was the right thing to do. And I'm using the word right very liberally. Welcome back. Hey, welcome back, Quack. And also Pio.
Just dance with me all through the night. Turn it out. Close to you.
Where's my dad?
I feel good. 'Cause I just
Hang on, one thing at a time.
think of you. Give it to me, baby.
I know my way around him.
Feel alright.
Oh, I need one more.
I feel good. Just walk your step
At the house of Vanini,
here with me, feel
at the house of...
I feel good.
Ah, I heard you defeated the King of Puppets. Amazing. Ah, the puppets appear lost without their leader. They have no purpose, no focus. To think one can have so much control through ergo waves. If we don't determine who or what is causing it, this could all happen again tomorrow. I fear I must call upon you again, my friend. Please gather records of the puppets' ergo waves while you're defeating them.
I feel good.
Okay.
Just want your step
Don't know what that means.
from me. Feel alright.
I know you gave me the thing for it. I don't know how to use it.
Good on you. Alright. Make a group all night.
Said you had something to say to Ace, Quack.
your eyes come true.
Also, what kind of smoothie? Okay, I noticed immediately that this music is too fucking loud for dialogue. Good, too fucking loud for dialogue. Can I give this apple to this guy?
Stalker, please.
No.
Stalker.
Okay, maybe I can like dip it in gold paint or something. That's my idea. Dip this apple in gold paint and then give it to him, and he'll be like, "Oh, thank you for this apple," and then he'll eat it, but it won't turn him into a monster or something. Hang on, where do I start a poll? Tell Rami that robot likes her. Yes? No. There's a poll for you. It's at the top of your chat. If you can't see the poll, type /vote space 1 for yes, space 2 for no. Dad? Did I see something just then? It's got a big nose. It's got a big nose, because I'm a liar. Because I've lied. So it's got a big schnoz.
Piranha.
John. Thought that was a weapon. I thought it was like a spear stabbed into it or something. So I got the durability of inactive equipped weapon, which means instead of spending the time to sharpen my weapon, I can just put it away and swap to a secondary. The problem here is that I now have to have 2 weapons prepared at all times instead of 1 weapon prepared at all times. But that's not that big of a deal, because I am using a boss weapon right now, which uses different upgrade materials than a non-boss weapon. So I could potentially use both. I just need to raise my weight limit. I want to get this one, because now anytime I do a charge attack, which I do pretty decently often, it's going to make them staggered more. All right, we're gonna get this one so that we have to spend less money as we go. There we go. Should have got that earlier. Still don't know what the change shape thing is. Still don't know what that means, but I assume it is something for later. So anyways, where's my dad? Where is my father? Father? And can I leave to be on my own? Got the whole world to see. That leads back. The church area. Not the church area, the opera house.
A great weapon calls for a great war.
Where is Daddy? You know where Daddy
Antonia's
is?
condition is getting worse. I knew it would come to this. The petrification disease locks people inside a cage, inside their own bodies.
I've seen
We're
Get Out.
all safe, thanks to her sacrifice. But I wish for a miracle to save everyone. Me as well. The portrait hanging in Geppetto's room. It looks very much like you.
It does.
I sense something strange. Something like the changes you're going through. The sort of thing you'd read in a fairy tale. Go to Geppetto's room. You should see it for yourself. I'll use my power to help you.
That petrification thing happens IRL too. It's crazy. It does. That's a real thing. I mean, I imagine it's not. You don't turn into a zombie, but if you like take a cure. But like, there's something like that in real life, like scales kind of thing. Okay, as much as I would love to get technique to 20, we need to raise our capacity so that we can equip another weapon. Do I have any souls on me? I only have 1, and it will only do 100. I'll keep it. I'll save it. Didn't we talk about that exact thing last night? What are you talking about? Maybe. I don't know. Oh, is that the thing? Are you talking about the thing that Eli went on like a 30-minute podcast about? Is that what you're talking about? Because I did not listen to a single word she was saying. I was watching the movie. I was listening at first, but then like it went on for like 15 minutes, and I was like, I tuned out, and I started watching the movie and also playing my game. Call Eli, they're crying. I love Eli. I was not paying attention. I lost focus. Because what they were teaching you guys, I at the time did not care. So I moved. I didn't pay attention. That is how I work. If something that I'm learning doesn't pertain to my life in that moment, I do not listen to it. It is as simple as that. If I need to learn it for something later, I will regret not listening to it in that moment. However, if it does not pertain to me at that moment, I do not listen. I do other things. Man, am I right? I mean, like it is a little bit of that. Where's my dad? I couldn't interact with the portrait. Maybe I can like stab an apple through my schnauzer and something. No. Whatever I need for that, I do not have. Missed the natural penis enlargement combo. No! I don't want to leave until that poll's done. It's almost done, so I'll chill. Chat voted yes, if I have the option to tell her that her puppet loves her. I'm gonna do this first. One day he'll learn how to play piano.
People have no idea. Thanks for keeping me company.
Nope, can't tell her right now. Maybe later. Just something to keep in mind. Weeby, I have a question for you if you're still around. Or Beal. Beal can also answer this question. Or Robo, if Robo's here. One moment, please. Moment of silence.
Plums.
maybe Beal or Robo or anybody else that knows, is it like, so I mean, if you played Wild Hearts further than I have, then yeah, Vertigo. Is it just gonna be like variants of the same monsters that I've already fought at this point? Because like I fought a bunch of monsters, and then it was ice versions, then it was upgraded versions of them. Is it just gonna be like consistently more than that? Are there new monsters, or is it like just mostly these repeats? Mostly repeats? I do not like that. Where's my dad? Thought he would be back at home, but... Dad? Oh, there you are.
I'm glad you're safe. I was so scared I would lose my precious son. It's risky for me just being out here. Fortunately, you didn't need my help. I'm so proud that I got to see my son defeat the king. Hopefully the lesser puppets will die down soon. Now that the king is dead, the puppets have no leader, no direction. But the curse of the petrification disease still lingers. It's tough, but I know where you should go now. The Grand Exhibition. Rumors say the alchemists there have developed a cure. As a man of invention, I'm skeptical of the alchemists, both their science and their motives. But they may be the city's last hope. Won't you help me, son? Take this. You'll find it most useful. If it will help Antonia and the others, it's worth exploring. Go to the Grand Exhibition and see what you can find.
Okay.
That one puppet could control so many others. That's a memorable feat indeed. Unlike a real king, the puppet left no heir. The remaining puppets are leaderless, and we can reclaim the city. But it's still a city beset by the petrification disease. Seek a cure from the alchemists at the Grand Exhibition.
I'm not gonna do it. But I want to point out that I feel as though I could. I like that if I wanted to, I could choose to kill my father in this moment. Notice how I have my weapon out, and I'm standing with him. At this moment, I could choose to kill my father. I'm not going to, but I could. Forgot what I was gonna say. Another puppet. We need to keep an eye out for a place called something Arcadia, the pub. And they have some wine that we need. I'm used to my weapon being bigger. There we go. I'm used to having a bigger weapon, so I fucked up. Is that coming from somewhere that we can see, or is it just happening? It's just happening. Ace, have you ever watched a show? It was a spin-off show of BoJack Horseman, which if you haven't watched, please, dear God, watch BoJack Horseman. Fantastic show. But back to what I was saying. Have you ever watched the show called Tuca and Birdie? That dog has a fucking jigsaw on his head. I guess it's a circular saw. What even is a jigsaw? Like, what? What do you want? Like, wait, you know what I'm saying? Sounds like a cute baby show. All right, well, now I'm going to transition in to what I was about to say. In, I think, the first, maybe second episode, there is a character that is made of plant. Like, it is a plant with, like, a body. They show their titties in that show. So you see some plant titties in, like, the first or second episode. It's not a good show. I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, like, literally just Google it if you want. Okay, I would not recommend the show. It was not good.
What's going on?
But the plant titties were interesting.
All these puppets look utterly down, depressed even. And that seems weird. That's weird, right?
Yeah, I mean, they shouldn't have feeling, yeah. And Jigsaw is the one that cuts with the tiny vertical blade. I'm looking it up. Jigsaw. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I've used these. I don't call them jigsaws. I've always called them table saws. I've always called them table saws, not jigsaws. However, I'm not gonna dox myself if I show this, right? No. However, I did find this, which is a mask that you could wear of Tobin Bell's face. Like, you cut off his face and put it on as a mask. So that exists. That's a thing that exists. Link that to Eli? Okay. The website looks sus. I'm just gonna... What is their name right now? There it is. Go. But yeah, okay. I've always called them table saws. Those are not table saws? Oh, a table saw is the big circular blade. You're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't know if I've ever used a jigsaw. I've definitely seen them. Like, I know, I've seen it. But I don't think I've ever used one. I hope we find the accordion person. I need to get used to having less range. He's an infected. I want to double back for a second. Also, chat, just so you know, I fucking love accordion, by the way. I fucking love it. Not to the degree where, like, I would buy one. Those things are, like, $3,000. Like, like, a good accordion is fucking expensive. However, I love accordion. Wow, Anna. They have a lot of, in newer table saws, they have a lot of safeguards to stop that from happening.
They seem lost. Then again, maybe Maybe they're mourning him? Whatever's happening, it's like they can't tell their elbow joints from their tail sockets. I'm not even sure they can function without the king to guide them.
I took woodshop in high school for 2 years. And I would have done all 4 because for some reason at my school, which is a pretty big school, the senior year, I need to stop saying oh my god, I'm gonna fucking brutalize myself. In my high school, the senior year, in my high school, the senior year woodshop kids got to build a house. Like, they got to build the what do you call them? The studs and stuff. They got to build the inner layer of a house. They didn't put, like, the drywall or, like, do the roofing or anything like that. They just did the wood, I believe. But they got to do that. And I honestly think I would have really enjoyed that. Both, like, now, current day me, and back then me. But the reason I stopped taking woodshop, and this is true. The reason I stopped taking woodshop and I didn't take it my junior year of high school, 3 years in, is because for 2 years in a row, I believe my first year of woodshop, they made it my second period class directly before lunch, and I was okay with that. That was fine. But my second year of woodshop, they made it my first period, and, like, doing woodshop, like, it's a workout, right? Working with all that heavy wood and, like, well, at the times of, like, when you're getting later into your project and you have to, like, sand it down and stuff, like, that's a workout. So I would come into school, my first period, I would come into school, and I would do woodshop, and then I would come out of woodshop all sweaty and stinky like every other day of school, and I fucking hated that. I hated, like, coming out of my first period being sweaty and stinky throughout the entire rest of my day. So I didn't take it the third year, because they kept putting it as my first couple periods of class. If it was, like, my 5th period or whatever the fuck, I don't remember how many periods we had at that point. It was way more than once a month at least. If they put it as my last couple classes of the day, I would have fucking loved it. But because it was always my first couple periods, I couldn't, like, it was horrible. That's why I took woodshop last period. We didn't get to pick our when the class was. We just enrolled, and then they put it where it fit. We didn't get to choose when we did it. But I fucking hated it. But the actual class itself, like, building stuff, like, I made some really cool stuff in that class. My favorite being a pen. I used a lathe and made a pen, and it's really good. It doesn't work anymore. But I liked making it, and it worked at the time. But it's out of ink. It's like ink has dried up. I'd have to, like, go in and refill it and all that stuff, and I don't want to do that. But yeah, I really liked doing woodshop. And I honestly would have loved to continue doing it, because it was fun. But it just didn't work out that way. Of, like, the way that they put my class in my schedule, I hated it, and because of it, I didn't continue it. I debated taking, because we had, like, a weird, like, half and half, because we used to have, like, I remember at the time, it was, like, a long time separated. They used to have a auto mechanics thing, where you learned how to work on cars and stuff, but they took that class out, and they removed that, and they replaced it with both a wood shop and a metalworking shop that were, like, right next to each other, where the garage for the auto working place, like, was removed, you know? But I thought about taking the metalworking stuff, and I chose not to at the time. We had nothing like that. It's because I went to a STEM school, So it was very focused on like all of that kind of stuff. And also it was like one of the biggest schools in my state, in Indiana. So that's why it had both of those things, is because it was a STEM school. That's also why I always say that like I was an engineering student, but I didn't go to college. The reason I was an engineering student throughout high school was literally because we were a STEM school. We were focused on STEM, so it had like a whole engineering department. That is the reason why I was an engineering student without going to college. And then I learned that I hated math and didn't become an engineer beyond that. So now I'm a writer, mainly. I went Catholic all-girls high school. That's why I turned out so gay. Consistently correct. I need to get like a dog collar, like a shock collar that only triggers every time I say or It's one of those like big pet peeves I have with myself that I want to get rid of, but it's so hard to stop. Like I want. Huh. Clock sword. A sword blade made to commemorate the construction of the clock tower. It is sharpened to a point in the shape of a minute hand, making it effective for slashing and stabbing. A metal handle elegantly embellished with gold adornments. It is equipped with a timer. It is equipped with a timer with an alarm. The clock sword is made to commemorate the construction of the clock tower by using its minute hand. Because its blade was engraved with antique ornamentation, people said it was a fitting commemorative item. I'll try it. Where's my comb? There it is. In my high school drama class, we were allowed to say or us, and some people weren't allowed to say like. I don't do it much because of that. I'm okay with like. I don't think I say like too much. But I do think I say and too much. Waste my Fable art because I can. I wish I had like a clock sound when I did that. See, like that was okay. I'm alright with that. The one that I just did. It's when it's in the middle of a sentence that I'm talking. Like, if I'm going, like, in the middle of me, like, thinking of what I'm gonna say next while I'm saying it. That's the ones that I don't like. I wish I just embraced silence in those moments. While I was thinking about what I was saying. This thing's hardy. I don't speak, I think. I forget words and use hands. I want to learn sign language, but what sign language would you learn? Hi, Judy. How are you? I imagine ASL and I think you call it Auslan. I think that's the term. I think for Australian Sign Language. I think they're pretty similar. I'd imagine. I know that England's sign language and American Sign Language are very similar. I don't know. I've never like seen anything with the JSL. I remember in class we talked about French Sign Language and that it was similar, but I don't remember anything from it. I barely remember anything from ASL, so. Hi, Judy. How are you? How's life of Pinor? It's a good time. How have you been? Man, it's crazy that they just straight up took the dog and then replaced a circular saw onto his head. That's wild. I wonder if that's meant to be like a militarized fucking robot. I couldn't think of the word robot. I wonder if that's meant to be a militarized robot or if it's like they use it in lumber, you know? If it's a forestry robot, you know? Before it became frenzied, I guess would be the word. Same. Wait. So no head? Alright, cool. We're good now. I got it out of the way. Lorenzi Arcade! We're gonna get the stuff for the old lady. Theodore's books! Theodore's a bookshop! That's what I said. Somebody tell Theo that they own a bookshop. Took out Christmas lights and decorated my home a little today. Nice. I live in bumfuck nowhere, so we don't usually do that because nobody sees it or cares. I feel like we're gonna see the black rabbits again at some point, and because they didn't die. I think Lorenzini was a character at some point, but they died at the beginning of the plague. Could be wrong. Maybe we'll see them at some point. Man. I'm just not used to this weapon yet. Ooh. The range is so, like, different. It's a lot shorter. Nowhere is the best place to go all out on him. Oh, on your Christmas lights? Maybe. I would think that doing it, if you lived in like a suburb of some kind, would probably be the best place to do it, because then most people would see it. You know what I mean? I remember when I was a little baby child, we would go on little drive around tours around a suburb that would have everybody doing it. I think it was like a part of a competition, maybe. He's got like a flaccid penis. The bougie era? Yeah, it was probably like a richer neighborhood, yeah. I don't know, when I was a little baby child, I didn't think that way. You know, I just kind of... were like, ooh, pretty lights. But in reality, we probably went there because it was a more well-off area. I imagine that this was like an IKEA of some kind or something, because like they have... Or maybe you came in here to drink tea? An 18th century Starbucks? Then you'll get people outside your house all the time. If it's bumfuck nowhere, then it's less busy. Yeah, but that's what you want, right? I guess it comes down to why you're putting the lights on in the first place. Are you putting them on for yourself or for other people to see it? I would think that, for me at least, it's more for other people to see it. I couldn't give a shit less what the outside of my house looks like. You know what I mean? Have a lot of HOAs so people can't go all out. True. I forgot that existed because I don't live in a suburb, so I don't have to think about it. But that stuff sucks. At least here in America. I live in a small neighborhood and we compete. I must continue to my reign of first place so we get $50 gift card to Amazon if we win. Hell yeah. And then you use that $50 to buy more lights. It's like an endless cycle. I need to shave so bad. This no shave November thing isn't working out this year, okay? It's not coming in. It's not coming in. Show off how you don't worry about electricity prices. Ah. We have an HOA and I don't know the rules. It's like imagine like an HOA is, let's say you live in a suburb of some kind, like a gated community of some kind, right? They're like the Kevin Feige that he is to the Marvels, but for your suburb, right? They're the Kevin Feige. They make the rules, they make the guidelines so that every single house is within their vision. That's what the homeowners association is. Now, that's what they're meant to do. What that translates to is shitty rules that you sometimes don't make sense and very unsuspected or unexpected fines and sometimes evictions. That's what that translates to. Oh, what's that? You built a shed without getting approved? Gotta tear that down. Here's a fine. Oh, what's that? You planted these flowers in front of your house, but you didn't get them approved? There's a fine. Oh, your grass is a little too long. There's a fine. Oh, you didn't pay that fine? Here's an eviction. That's what it is. That's not what it's meant to be. It's supposed to be like, let's keep this neighborhood pretty. How long has that been happening? Has that been happening for a while? It's meant to be like, let's keep this this neighborhood pretty. That's what it's meant to be. But what it turns into is ridiculous fines that are unreasonable. Hopefully I haven't been lagging around this whole time. If anybody's noticed, let me know. But yeah. What kind of American dictatorship? It's one of those things that made sense when it was created, but it no longer makes sense, and that happened in my recollection from the John Oliver video I watched like 3 years ago or something when I learned about this. It made sense when it was invented, but it very quickly became outdated. It's one of those things. Just like copyright laws, to make it more about like us and content creation and stuff, you know. Copyright laws made sense when it was created, but now it's been 20 years and yeah. It's that kind of thing. The only time I've seen HOAs seem useful is when people do car stuff in their front yards or hoarders, but hoarders need help, not fees. You're right. I said before, a long while ago, I think I might have said it during the Baldur's Gate video, so some of you might have missed it. I think that we should have laws for how many cars each person can own. And also laws on how many homes each person can own. I think that that should be something that's regulated, and there's rules surrounding it. Like, depending on how many people in your household exist, this is how many cars you can own. Depending on your financial bracket, or your... I guess that could be easily manipulated. I guess let's also do a family area. I think it should probably be family member oriented. Like, how many people are blood related to you, or how many how many dependents do you have? There you go. Depending on how many dependents you have, this is how many cars or how many homes you can own. You know? And we should be strict on that. Of like, you have 4 people in your household, you can own 2 cars. You have 6 people in your household, you can have 2 homes, or something along that line. And I think, honestly, I think 2 homes should probably be the max. You can have 2 homes. You can do whatever you want with that other home. You can rent it out if you want, but like I think that like 2 homes should be the max. I think that that's something that should be regulated. I think is the term. Hi. What is that? Clearly a hook monster. Lorenzi Arcade first floor key. Okay. But Drew, think of the rich people. You will ruin their 200 home business. Good. A lot of my, like, ideals that, like, I hold are based on, like, greenhouse gases and stuff. And I think that limiting the amount of homes that a person can own and limiting the amount of cars that people can own would do a lot to reduce our carbon footprint. Even if they're electric cars. Like, electric cars still have a carbon footprint. It's just in a different place. It's the electric companies at that point, not you directly, but you're still doing it. So I think, that's where, like, a lot of my ideals come from. I remember a long time ago... there was an Aaron Hansen quote that, like, stuck with me, right? Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps. Good night, Beal. I love you. Mwah, have a good rest. There was an Aaron Hansen quote that stuck with me, and it was very out of character for him. But it stuck with me. It's really easy to be mad, and I'm paraphrasing. This isn't exactly what he said. It's really easy to be mad at all of the shitty things in the world. But it's also very unproductive to be mad at all of the things that are shitty in the world. Instead, it's much more productive to pick one thing and be really mad about it. Choose one thing and get really upset about that one thing. And dedicate your life to, like, correcting that one thing. And that kind of stuck with me. And I've never really done that. Like, I still haven't. But I think about that sometimes. As, like, conversations go around about different things. very commonly in like our community, and like it should, and I'm not saying it's bad that it does, but like very commonly in our community, in our circles, like it surrounds, that's weird. It surrounds like trans rights, or recently it was the abortion stuff with Roe v. Wade, or you know, so on and so forth. Like, and I think it's good, like we should talk about those things, and I'm not saying we shouldn't. But I've never really like picked one thing that like I'm gonna dedicate to that's like wrong about the world, that I believe is wrong about the world, should be fixed. One of these days I'd like to, okay. I just got pumped full of cum. Alright. One of these days I'd like to find what that thing is for me and what to dedicate to. You know? My parent, big thing right now is generating generational wealth, and owning homes is going to be a big part of it. Like, when I get a real job, the goal isn't for me to move out until I can purchase a home. No renting. Yeah. My grandfather buys plots like crazy. Granted, it's all wood, but the man technically owns an entire lake right now. Just doesn't own the very middle of it. Well, can you own the middle of a lake? Yeah, I think that's fucked up and that shouldn't be allowed. I choose to dedicate my life to hating on French people. Sorry, Drew, you inspired me to do this. That's fine. It's not like, it's more something that's wrong. It's not dedicating your life to like, I'm dedicating my life to engineering. You know, it's not that. It's like, it's something that you think is wrong, of something you think is bad about the world. Like trans rights. Like, you dedicate your life to trans rights. You raise money for trans rights. That's what you choose, you know. Or what we were just talking about, greenhouse gases. You dedicate your life to cleaning up the ocean. You dedicate your life to limiting people's carbon footprint in ways that we can undo the damage we've done. Stuff like that. That's what I mean, of like picking something that is fucked up and choosing to dedicate your life to that. That's what it's about. And I think that that's very... I think that that's very good. I like... Oh, that's how they're being born? It's like a cocoon? Oh, and they explode. Good. But yeah, that's something that he said that stuck with me. That I've never, like, really picked one thing, and eventually I will. But... yeah. Okay. Now that I know what's on the other side. In my magic brain, science can fix a lot of problems. Knowledge is power and all that. Okay, but you can, like, let's look at it from, like, a raising money perspective. That makes it simple, right? You can raise money for a lot of things from a scientific point of view. You know, a lot of people raise money for, like, cancer treatment, or at least caring for people that have cancer, like children's hospitals and stuff like that, right? A lot of people raise money for that, and that's good. That's just, you know, you go for it. Or you can be more broad than that. And you can choose to make education your thing that you're gonna be mad about. You choose education. So instead of raising money for, like, Make-A-Wish or whatever, or Extra Life, you know, instead of raising money for Extra Life, you choose to raise money for teachers who need money to buy school supplies. And that's your thing. So in turn, you're raising money for education, which would help these kids get a better education, which would make them more likely to go to college and become the people that will eventually cure cancer. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, there's layers to it, because you have a lot of choices in how you go about it. Does that make sense? And I use that example because that is something that, like, I might do eventually. Education is the big one for me, of, like, that might be the one that I pick, you know? Of focusing down on education and getting, more stuff in relation to that, because I very much do believe, I agree with you, Ace, of education is the root of a lot of problems in the world, not just America, in the world. Education is the root of a lot of problems, from the base of, like, something like curing cancer, making it so the kids are more likely to go to college and stuff like that, all the way down to, like, poverty. I think that education is the root, or crime rates, you know? I think that education is the root to a lot of that kind of stuff. But yeah. Anyways, back to what I was saying initially. That's something that Aaron Hansen said a very long time ago that stuck with me, and it is still in my brain. Because I think it's very smart. Nope. There's also a lot of false knowledge that gets spread around too. Yeah, like maybe your thing that you choose to focus down on intensely is the basically erasure of Black history in our history books. You know? Maybe that's the thing that you focus down on. So you choose to fund stuff like the creation of history books that include that kind of stuff. Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps. Ego Raptor. But yeah, the more, like, broad that you make it, the harder it is. So, like, you gotta be specific. I guess. But it's really up to you of what that one thing is. What's that one thing you're gonna get mad about and make your life about making better? You know? Cool. Crazy how much native history has also been destroyed or rewritten by a white person. Yeah, I mean, like, it's kind of fucked up to put it this way, but, like, the saying of, like, history is written by the victor is, like, very held true. A lot of history has been overwritten by, like, either racist people or simply people that won the war, you know? History is very much written by the victor, and history is written by the governments, you know? Like, think about it from, like, current day perspective, right? Like, I'm gonna get real here. I'm gonna get real. I'm gonna hit you with the real, right? Currently, at this moment, right? And, like, we haven't been talking about it that much. But currently, Russia is still invading Ukraine. Ukraine and Russia are still at war. And, like, to put it, like, super roughly, like, Ukraine is getting obliterated by Russia. That's happening. That's a thing that is happening, right? We've strayed away from that conversation, but, like, it's still happening. And when we talk about that, we view Russia as, like, these evil people, right? And, like, from the government point of view, a lot of them are. But the Russian people, a lot of them aren't. You know what I mean? So we talk about, like, Russia as this evil place. But, like, a lot of the people in Russia aren't bad. you know, or to move forward to something that is more current. We're talking about the, I forget their name. Is it Hassam? Is it Hassam? Is that the organization? Is that it for the Islam v. Palestine? Is that it? Hamas, that's what it is. Thank you. I had it backwards. We're talking about like Hamas and Palestine, right? And stuff like that. Just because Hamas is horrible and they're doing horrible things, that doesn't make every single person in Israel bad. You know what I mean? It doesn't make all of the people inside of Israel bad. A lot of them are good people. Almost all of them, I would say, are like good people. But we only, like, when we're not in it, we look at it from like this blanket point of view of like, all of a sudden all these people are bad. And you can see it a lot more pre-internet with stuff like 9/11 happening. Like the amount of racist people that followed 9/11, insane, right? And like that's because of propaganda. This is where I was getting. This is because of propaganda that the news or history books or so on and so forth are being thrown at us, the Americans, or from different country point of views, with fucking other places that are at war with other places. Like when that kind of stuff happens, we get blanketed with propaganda that makes it seem like the entire country is bad, when in reality, a lot of people there are good people. You know what I mean? Or going all the way back and getting away from like current day politics, look at like World War I, right? Or World War II, you know, with like us being like extremely racist and horrible towards Japan, which we know how that ended. But like, the Japanese people didn't have anything to say with what they were doing. You know, like that wasn't the Japanese people that had say in what they were doing, especially the refugees that were coming to America. Like, they didn't have anything to say that was happening with that war. You know, it was like literally just our propaganda making it seem like every single Japanese person was evil. We're moving past that, one that is more known for like us looking at an entire people as like monsters. Vietnam, like, watch any war movie and they talk about this. Like, that's the one that we acknowledge super bad, of like anybody like during the Vietnam War time, like we very much, Americans very much looked at every single Vietnamese person as a monster. They're just people. You know, they're just people. In the same way as us, they're people, and we still do that today. And that's what I'm getting down to, of like, history is written by the racists, history is written by the victors, and the more that, and we need to like start taking that kind of stuff and look at it from the other perspective more. We need to do that more. So like, yeah, you could choose like history books and make that the thing that you're angry about, to make it so that we're not so horrible in that kind of field. Anyways, we already had our real talk for the month earlier this month. Let's we can't double up, okay? We're wasting all of our real talk tokens. Does this cause anything? No, just blood. This was a legal real talk. You will be fined. Are you a member of the HOA? That's crazy. Oh, this is the COA. Oh! Just to make sure, I can't equip this other weapon right now, right? No, I'm still heavy. Okay. Could I equip my rapier? Yes. Keep that in mind. I am covered in blood now. It actually might be wine. We are in a winery. Or, not a winery, a wine cellar. This actually might be wine. Yeah, so governments piss me off. Yeah. It all comes back to capitalism. It all goes back to it. All of you are invited to the concert being held at the Monad Charity House. We pray for the successful opening of the exhibition. Children sponsored by the Monad Charity House have a message of love and hope for all of you. Don't miss this chance to listen to the most innocent performance in all of Krat. Sponsored by Lady Isabel and Sophia M. Sophia. Can't remember if our blue-haired lady is Sophie or Sophia. It's one of the two. You know what pisses me off? The Library of Alexandria. So much information lost. What? Oh, I need a key. Is that what that said? Yeah, okay. Place looks great. Hey, Keon, how are you? The 12 hours of Starfield. Thoughts? We were it was a 12-hour stream, but it was more like 7 hours of Starfield. Because a lot of that was character creation and so on and so forth. But it's mid. I mean, it's like, it's Fallout in space. It feels outdated. It feels not great. Like, it's mid. I'm gonna give it more of a shot. I'm gonna give it 5 more streams, I've been saying. Maybe more, maybe less, we'll see. But I'm gonna give it some more time to cook. But, like, coming out of that 12-hour stream, it is definitely mid. You are a large lad. Where did you end main story-wise? The game crashed right when we got to, I think it was called Aquila City. And we had a companion named Sam Coe, I think was his name. The game crashed right when we got there. And that's about where we stopped. Oh, sleep at your parents' house? Well, lucky for you, there's a once again, about 7-hour VOD on the VOD channel, !VODs, that you can watch at any time. And you have a lot of time to do so, because we're not going to continue that game for, as I said prior, like 2 weeks, something. A week and some change. So you have a lot of time to catch up to that. Oh, I decapitated that guy. I've been hoarding the bald people vids because I know you're going on a break. I just actually finished editing the next one. And even though I am going on break from streaming, I'm not taking a break from other stuff. So there will be a Bald People video next Wednesday, I believe. But most of the time during that break, I'm going to be working on video essay things because it has been a long time and I need to get back to the grind. I want to write during that, like... During that 5-day break, I'm hoping, and I probably won't achieve this, but I'm hoping to write 2 videos. That's my goal. I mean, I know there's romance options in Starfield, but I don't know who those are, and I don't want to know. But I do know that you can, like, romance characters, your companions. Like, we got Sarah Morgan on our team, right? After we got to the one place. I imagine that Sarah Morgan is probably a... Whoa. Oh, that was just lighting, okay. I imagine that Sarah Morgan is probably a romanceable companion. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, hey! Hey, man!
Who are you? A lost visitor? Or a looter
remember?
who's arrived too late? You look like a stalker. I figured you were all dead. No offense. Stalker, visitor, looter, I don't care. Just buy what you need and leave.
What you got? Circular electric chainsaw blade. I mean, I'll buy it just to try it. Indomitable amulet. Increases resistance to disruption, shock, and break. All the things that I'm not dealing with currently. An amulet that can be equipped on a puppet. Their determination does not falter in the face of any difficulty. They continue to resist and defy, even in situations where moving proves impossible. Once again, gonna buy it just to have it. I don't think I have anything to sell to you. Nope. I feel like I might have made a mistake right there. I think I might have just killed this shop by opening that. Few citizens of Krat do not know who V is. They're the protagonists from Cyberpunk. The crown prince of high society, the man who came up with the grand covenant of the automated puppets and built the best manufacturing company at the age of 18. The man who's always fancy and is passionate about making people laugh. He is the most hated and beloved man in Krat, but his innocent passion makes even his opponents sentimental. However, even fewer people are aware of the tragedy he experienced in his youth. The true nature of the death of V's parents was covered up. Officially, they're victims of a homicide during a mugging. Even though V experienced such tragedy in his youth, he grew up with a cheerful personality and became a well-known person whom any parents would be proud of. However, there's no one who knows that V secretly requests for the case history every year. Why is that happening today? and that his request is always denied. Suspicion surrounds this tragedy at the time, and there is known to have been pressure from the workshop and the alchemist throughout the investigation. The most interesting hypothesis is that the murderer is not human. If this is true, it explains the workshop and the alchemist's suspicious attempts to cover it up. It also explains how V was obsessed with the inventions and success from his youth. This is where the real tragedy of Krat lies. Even V, the richest and most influential in all of Krat, can't come close to their power. On the other hand, this fact includes another truth. Have you noticed? The state's censorship is keeping me from writing it, but as a writer, I'm curious if people are ready to accept the truth. The truth that there's a murderer made of steel that walks among us. Perhaps our world of Krat is not much of a safe place after all. Yeah, I'm gonna buy the PC about next week, really end of this week, because I'm buying it on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, around that time, right? However, you giving tips or bits and stuff will help cushion the blow of that big purchase. So even though, like, it won't be directly going to the PC at that point, it is gonna help cushion the blow by quite a bit. Because it is a big purchase, and I do not have that much money at all times. So it would help a lot still. Does that big boy respawn? He does. Yeah, the only thing that's on sale for me, Ace, right now is the graphics card for $10, and I'm like, I'm gonna wait until I'm buying everything. That $10 is not that big of a deal for me to spend that money immediately right now. I'm gonna patiently wait until I'm buying the rest of it. Damn. Was down here, right? Nice. I'm gonna walk around you and figure out where I need to go real quick. Is it down here? It was there. I don't mind buying a Black Friday return. Yeah, that's the thing, is that's why I haven't bought anything. Because I want to be able to return anything that ends up broken or something like that. That's why I would never recommend that somebody buys parts months apart. I would never recommend somebody do that. You should buy majority of the parts at the same time, so that if something is broken, you are still in, like, the return window. Or the in-shop warranty window. Because a lot of places, even if you don't buy, like, the 2-year warranty repair thing, a lot of stores, like, I think even Amazon, I could be wrong, has, like, a 30-day warranty in place of if the item arrives broken, then you can return it in that 30-day window or something like that. So it's better to buy all of your PC parts at one time, so that they're all in that window. Depending on the store that you're buying from, at least. Oh. Imagine if he came loose in that moment. So far, the only thing that I've bought for my PC is the M.2 drive. And the reason that was the thing that I bought is because those very rarely are broken. Those very rarely break. It's a pretty reliable part. And it was $100 off, so that was a very big deal. And I know that regardless of what motherboard I buy, even if I decided to buy a different motherboard at this point, which I'm probably not going to, it's going to have an M.2 slot, so it's going to fit in there. You know what I mean? The biggest show on Earth is coming to Krat to make your heart race. Dear ladies and gentlemen, introducing the grand exhibition in Krat, the city of tomorrow, the center of the new age. State-of-the-art machines, balloons spread across the sky, and a popular performance that toured from across the great desert to the south to the country in the far east. Don't forget the essence of the automated puppet, the center of Krat's revival. The greatest show awaits you. Don't miss your chance to see the following at the exhibition gallery. Puppets of the future, multi-purpose puppets, Vanini Tram, new butler puppets, special exhibition gallery, treasure from the far east. If you wish to behold these splendors, be sure to attend. The motherboard that I bought only has one slot, but the drive that I have is 2 terabytes, and I'm only intending on installing games on this computer. So like my logic is about 300 gigs of that, more around 200, but somewhere in between, will be Windows. So that's about 1,700 to 1,800 left. 1,800 terabytes of storage left to, or I guess 1.8 gigabytes would be, or 1.8 terabytes would be the way. I don't know how to word it. You know what I'm trying to say. 1,800 gigabytes free for games. Interesting. They're in cages. Whoa! Flossy! Sir! That's my thing! Ah! They broke out. Oh, he's also fighting them. That's cool. Oh, he was too far. Nailing it, look at me go. Look at me go, I'm so good. Oh! You missed. I love his design, though. Like, real talk. Like, Clussy aside, I love his design. Very cool. Very cool. Forgot I got this. The valve of ergo gave rise to a new crime where puppets were used to steal other puppets' ergo. Sadly, these thieves met their end by the hunter puppets that they themselves created. Huh. I'm gonna equip that. That's very good. Let me try this out. Mid. Alright, mid. Also kind of mid. I see that it's an electricity weapon. Okay. Need to get stamina back. Truly the pinnacle of clowning around. I really love his design. Seems electricity based. Okay, what's the Y? I'm just gonna waste it. I don't care. Mid. Kind of mid. Mid weapon. Anyways, anything in here? No? Looks like a giant lollipop. Yeah, I thought it would be more like a big ass circular saw that you that spun around as I was doing my stuff, but no. Seems like that remains exclusive in Elden Ring. I think that also exists in Bloodborne. I think there's a weapon like that in Bloodborne. I know it exists in Elden Ring. Balance crank.
Isn't the old woman the venerable lady looking for some wine? You know, like the wine you've got?
Yeah. I'm gonna get it back to her. Next time I find a stargazer, I'm gonna go back. That was fucking sick. Now that was epic. Might as well eat that. Get it out of the way.
Hello? Is anyone there? Calling any and all stargazers in the vicinity. Please respond. Over.
It's a thing they can do? They can do that?
Can you hear me? Really? Eviva, it actually worked. This has to be how the King of Puppets did it. How he called to the puppets and controlled them. I can't believe you can transmit your voice through ergo waves. What a brilliant discovery. And you'll never believe what signal I've picked up over the ergo. A cry for help from the Grand Exhibition. Somehow someone survived. I'm suspicious too, but you have to investigate. What if it's some trapped innocent?
Okay. I'm gonna go back home though. First, because I could talk to Sophie. / Sophia. I don't remember which. What's a bow bun? Is that like a dumpling? Ooh. My back be going, you know what I'm saying?
You're back. I was so worried when you marched off to fight the king. But it's a necklace from the Mona Charity House. They took care of orphans and impoverished children from across Krat. Many of those children grew up at the Rose Estate and became alchemists, technicians, and stalkers. I hope the king didn't harm any of them. Or don't tell me. The king's ergo is actually... Are you okay? You look ill. Ever since I mentioned the necklace. My heavens, you look...
Huh?
You're changing.
Arlo?
You're becoming something more than a puppet. Almost human. If this is what you want, just keep behaving. Keep feeling like a human does. You might just hold the true secret of ergo.
No, Coral is from Armored Core, not this game.
I'll use my power to help you. I'll use my power.
She is Sophia, so I did find a thing that was probably about her. PlayStation had the opportunity to make the Vita 2, but they said nah. I'm gonna make this shitty overpriced controller for mobile devices. Okay, real talk though, real talk. Like don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. The PlayStation Portal is a honestly, kind of shitty device. Okay, like don't get me wrong. Remote play has its merits. Don't get me wrong. It very much does. They could have made something along the lines of a Vita 2 that could also remote play. That is 100% an option they had that they didn't go for because the Vita could do that, right? Like they could have done that. That is an option they had that they said no to. However, on top of that, the PlayStation Portal is also overpriced and looks like shit, undeniably. Okay, if you look at the PlayStation Portal, I'll pull it up. Hang on. PlayStation Portal. I'm lagging so much today, I don't know why. If you look at this device and you think that this looks good, I'm sorry, your opinion of all aesthetic is completely void to me. Like your opinion of what does or does not look good is completely gone to me. I do not care about your opinion in relation to that anymore. If you think that this looks good, it looks horrible. It looks so fucking bad. But it looks so comfortable in comparison to the Vita. It looks very comfortable in comparison to the Vita. Like, this doesn't look comfortable to hold. It's kind of cut off. Hang on, let me help you out here. Whoops. Like, this doesn't... It's not comfortable to hold. This looks comfortable to hold. Now, the down point of it looking comfortable to hold is that it is just the screen. This thing is gonna... So many people that buy this are gonna have it snap in half on them. So many people. Like, it's going to be very common for the people that buy this. It looks fragile as fuck. But it looks comfortable to hold. You know? But it undeniably, from my perspective at least, should not exist. They should not have made the Portal. It is so niche. Like, even, like, beyond the perspective of it, like, not being that great of a thing, like, it just remote plays, like, ignoring that, the audience base for it is so niche because of the quality of internet required to play the games on it. Like, it is so unbelievably niche that they should not have made that. At all. Like, at least PlayStation VR 2, even though, like, it lacks the games to make it worth it, at least PlayStation VR 2 has an audience, you know? PlayStation Portal, it's such a niche audience. Like, it shouldn't exist.
People have no idea. Thanks for keeping.
Still can't tell her. But yeah. That's my opinion of the PlayStation Portal.
No matter what fate brings us, I will be at Lady Antonia's side. Serving her is my duty. The very reason I was created. Welcome to Hotel Krat. How may I be of service? No matter what, serving. Welcome.
Nothing. I'm good. Can I upgrade my scythe over here?
I know my way around.
Yes, I can. Do I want to do that? Yes, I do. I want to do it one more time. Now it's level 3. Now I need a full moonstone of the Covenant. Wait, hang on.
I know my way around.
I can alter this handle? So I can make it technique A. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, why not? Fuck it, cowabunga. Like, that's just that it'd be better for me. Why not? It now does 300. I think 23 damage, I think. No, 24? 25. I think it does 325 damage now. Less. 315 damage. Ad break now. You're so delayed. I waited so patiently to try that SFX. I hate it. It took so long. I can't use it.
Oh my. This is a change I didn't expect. Did the King of Puppets get you? Or some other ruffians? I'm glad you're growing, but I'm not sure what to make of this. Be wary of dangerous people. And always be a good boy for me.
Hey, am I turning ugly? I don't... Oh! Oh, I have, like, long hair. I'm not ugly, I just have long hair now. My hair grew. You? Don't say you, my hair grew. I guess this is supposed to mean that I'm a little older now. I think that's what they mean. I think I'm a little older now. I think I might be a little taller, too. I couldn't really tell before. But now that I see that, I've heard them say that, I think I am a little taller, maybe? Yeah. Putting my donkey mask back on, though. I refuse to live life without an ass. You are tiny, I know. I'll make myself big, though, for you, Quack. Just for you. Just for little old you. Just for little old you.
I can't predict how you'll change. How to proceed.
Chat. We have a mission. We need to find the cat. The cat is somewhere in this hotel. We need to find the cat. Yeah, buy my merch. It's $5 off until the 28th. Not here. Keep your eyes peeled, chat. We need to find the cat. Crouton is dying? Crouton. So sad? What the fuck is a who's crouton? What? I know what a crouton is. But who's a crouton? Is this a D's nuts thing? Crouton this cock? Is my baby oh, okay. There's the cat! Yes! We've been allowed to scritch! This is progress! We've earned scritching privileges! Let's go! Let's go, baby! That's what the fuck I'm talking about! Oh! Let's go! Hell yeah, I'm gonna get a third one. Yeah, three is the magical number. Hell yeah, baby! Woo! Okay. You're telling my cock, he says, you're so stupid, I'm dying. How fucking dare you call me stupid? Alright? I let you guys nag on me, but that's too fucking... No, I'm joking, okay. Could you imagine if that was where I draw the line? Like, could you... Like, that's the point where I drew the line of, like, you can't call me fucking stupid. Like, oh, it's raining. We've approached a point of no return, I believe. The game has progressed. We must re-explore. But first, I must deliver the wine. Hang on, before I leave, let's go talk to Grandma.
People have no idea. Thanks for keeping.
Nothing? Okay. Can I play piano? No, it's the same. Go deliver wine. Actually, let's go to the tree first. I'm sorry, I keep delaying this. Let's get the thing for the tree first. Why can't you?
Stalker, please.
Is something fucked up? Is something wrong? Says there's an error when I try to send. I was literally typing. Literally. I was literally typing. I'm gonna restart streamer.bot real quick, 'cause everything seems delayed. I think something's wrong with my OBS today. Because it is running more intensely than it usually does. I think something went wrong before stream. And I should have restarted OBS. It appears to be my camera. Something on that shouldn't be? Hang on, chat. We're gonna take a venture around. I'm not sure. You can't buy,
Welcome to
you can't buy full moons from me, right? No. Can I give you
At the house of Vanini.
the thing I found? No.
At the house.
I know my way around a well.
That requires an upgrade. And I don't need to do this. Unable to alter any further. Got it. But I could alter this further to get it to A as well. I don't think I'm going to do that right now because I don't know if I'm going to continue using that weapon. Alright, let's go deliver wine. I was taking a drink. Are you on mobile, Quack? Nor? Okay, then I don't know why it's giving you an error. I have no idea. No idea. Zero. Zilch. Nada. I never looked at this. What is this? It's just how I already read this. Never mind. I did. Whoa. Probably too many slashes? I would... no. Unless there was one at the very beginning, then that wouldn't be it. But the first thing that you write in the message can't be a slash. Because that's how you do commands on Twitch, like /ban. So if the very first thing that you typed was a slash, then that might be it.
Ah, la oui. Even in the bottle, it has a distinctive shade of red. Oh, thank you, young one. Every step is a struggle when you have the petrification disease. But this glimmer of happier days is priceless. Oh, I almost forgot. Speaking of price, here's what I can spare. Please, take it.
Now she has a wine bottle. She's much less insane than the other petrification disease victims I've met. Far less.
stupid.
Oh. Do it better? Do what better?
At the House of Vanini, even priceless things have a price. Every item is a treasure of distinguished quality and superior provenance.
Yo, I got this coin.
Strike a light.
Strike a light.
Of coin dating from the founding of the Vanini Foundation.
I have.
The Foundation is a sort of fan club, sir. A very limited number of these were minted for the original members. Well, once Master Vanini established himself as the Prince of High Society, his popularity skyrocketed, and his signature coat and glasses were mass-produced. This
robot was just programmed to clear his throat.
Take care of it, won't you? You have restored Master Vanini's lost collection. You've earned this small token of appreciation, sir. Thank you.
Cool.
At the House of Vanini...
Nothing new in here, though.
I know my way around a weapon.
I don't think I can do anything with that right now. Oh, I could upgrade this. But I don't want to. Because as you can see... Oh. I still can't equip it. I need to give up on the dream of equipping it and go with something lighter for my secondary weapon.
I'll use my power.
Which would probably be the rapier that I already have been using. But it needs to be something that isn't a boss weapon regardless. It can't be a boss weapon. Part of me wants to go back to the trains and see if anything's changed there. Now that the game has progressed and I'm older, but not enough to do it now that I've already teleported. I'm just moving on. All right. I don't remember which direction I came from. They all look kind of the same. Not know if this is the right way. How goes the game? It's a good game. I'm having a really good time. Honestly, like, I haven't done a prediction this whole time, so I'm gonna start it now because I feel as though I might be approaching. Honestly, if more people were willing to, like...
The Grand Exhibition theme was automatic puppets and City of the Future. The plan was to showcase and demonstrate the most advanced technology in Krat. But, you know the rest. You can't hold an exhibition in a city that's fallen into utter chaos. And now the whole city is an exhibition of a nightmare.
I'm gonna explore back here because this is moving on. I feel as though if more people were willing to give harder games a shot, and were willing to... What's a way that I can word this that it doesn't sound like I'm being a cunt? Hi, Eli, how are you? Other than Evie, I guess. I think it's completely okay that people aren't into games like Elden Ring or Dark Souls or anything of this variety, you know, the Soulsborne variety. I think it's completely fine if you're not into those games, right? But I think more people need to give up on the idea that dying in a video game is a punishment. I think that that is not even an outdated ideal. I don't think that that ideal has ever existed. Even back during, like, SNES era of games, like, I don't think that that was a thing. And yet, people seem to have that ideal that if they die in the game, they're being punished for being bad. And, like, sure, in, like, a competitive game in, like, Valorant or something like that, maybe that's true to some degree. But even then, I feel it isn't. I think that all games are games. You know? I know it's controversial. Whoa, crazy. All games are video games. Like, all video games are video games at the end of the day. And dying in a video game is a chance to learn and advance your methodology, you know, advance your tactics, you know. Dying in a video game is a chance to further your skills in said video game. So when you die in a game like Dark Souls or Bloodborne or this game, looking at that and being like, ugh, I suck, and then you just quit, like, you're not only, like, discounting the game and the experience of the game, but you're discounting yourself. You're not giving yourself a chance to learn and grow. And I get that that's not for everybody, but I think that more people need to give games like this, or like Bloodborne, Dark Souls, so on and so forth, a chance, or even more in, if they're not into, like, action games like this, then we could go to, like, platformers, like more modern Celeste, or before that, the Marios, or, you know, the ones that are more on the difficult side. People need to give games like that a chance, or like the Donkey Kongs, which are, like, legitimately difficult games. People need to give games like that more of a chance so that they can learn how to play those games and learn how to be good at those kinds of games. And, like, what I'm trying to get down to is, like, it's okay that there are games that, like, support, like, the god complex, you know, of, like, going around and annihilating every enemy in your wake. That's okay. And those are good games too, and, like, some people prefer those games over games like this that are more difficult. But I think people need to give these more of a shot, and give the games that are more of a god complex kind of thing more of a shot as well. People need to be more willing to broaden their horizon and play games like this that they might not be into initially. People need to be more willing to accept their failures and grow from it. You know what I mean? And because of that, because people aren't willing to do that, games like Elden Ring or Dark Souls or this game are at much more of a challenge when it comes to praise, because a lot of people just won't play them because of their difficulty. They're at a disadvantage when it comes to things like the Game Awards. Like, I still think it's absolutely amazing. I don't think there's another path. I think it's absolutely amazing that Elden Ring won Game of the Year that year, when it had that massive disadvantage of being a difficult game. A game that a lot of people quit early on because it's hard. But another thing is, a lot of people talk about accessibility in relation to this game, of these games, right? They're like, I want an easy mode, right? People talk about that all the time. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. There is a fucking easy mode. Use the summons. You can, like, in a lot of these games, not this one, but in a lot of these games, you can summon a real player that will just do the fight for you. Like, use the summons. That's easy mode. In this game, there's specters, but there's NPCs. That's easy mode. Like, use that. I think the only game that didn't have something like that was Armored Core. It's the only one. Every other one did. Use it. And also, Eli will get more in like a year or two. They're definitely making more. Rant end. That is a dead child. I think that's completely fine, Quack. Like I said, it's okay that these games aren't for everybody. But when people say it's not for them, 9 times out of 10, they say it's because of the difficulty. And I honestly do not think that that's a valid reason. I think that it's a reason, but I don't think it's a valid reason. I think people need to allow themselves to fail. Really, that's what Dark Souls taught me at the end of the day. That's what Dark Souls taught me when I was, like, very little. Because I played those games. I started playing Dark Souls when I was 14, right? And Dark Souls 1 taught me how to be patient and learn and accept my failures and grow from them. And, like, that's such, like, a valid life lesson that a video game taught me. Like, that's not, I didn't, like, read a self-help book and learn that. A video game taught me that. Some of us hate failure and change. These kinds of games and dedicating yourself to these kinds of games and harder games and not accepting failure, not accepting yourself to quit, not allowing yourself to quit, rather. It makes it so that you don't mind failure and you don't mind change. And that's a very valid, like, that's a very good life lesson. It makes life a lot easier when you accept that you can fail and that you're allowed to fail. It makes life a lot easier. I vote we strap Drew to a saw trap and live stream it. I guarantee you that exists on a different website. I've never failed in my life. We know, Quack, you're the perfect human being. We get it. Hi. Oh, you're like the, Watchman that I fought, but, like, working and upright. Okay. I think there's also a difference between failing and feeling like you can still do it, than failing and wanting to quit. And then also change that you can control. I think that some people, Maker, don't have a line there because they've quit before they've allowed themselves to learn. That's really what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm getting down to. I think that for some people, they don't have a line where their failure was too much and they quit. They just fail, so they quit. They fail, so they feel like garbage and quit. And I think it's honestly like a problem, to go back to the thing that I said during that rant. I think it's a problem with a lot of people that play competitive games like Valorant, or playing the competitive modes in something like Apex Legends or Call of Duty and stuff like that, you know, like, or League of Legends and stuff like that, you know? People that play these competitive games, I think that they especially have a problem with this, of like, and I'm a little guilty of it too, of like, you miss a shot, right? Like, let's say you're playing like a shooter, right? Let's say you're playing like a shooter game and you miss a shot, right? Like, you were aiming for their head and you hit like right to the right of them, right? You missed it, you beefed it, you know? What a lot of them will do, and I'm guilty of this too, and I've been trying to work on it my whole fucking life, I'm still working on it, They'll miss that shot and they'll be like, ah, fuck, I'm garbage. Shit, I'm trash. They're like insulting themselves. And again, I'm guilty of it too. But that's not a proper way to respond. Instead, it's like, okay, I missed that shot. I need to aim a little bit to the right next time. Or you, you shoot a little bit low, like you hit their chest, but you're supposed to aim for the head. You acknowledge that, and you're like, okay, I need to aim a little bit higher. That's not what they do. Instead of like, fuck, I'm trash. It's like, that's not, no, you're learning. You're not trash. You just haven't learned yet. You're learning. Or like in the perspective of like a league, you know, or like some kind of MOBA, right? You dive into a fight, early in, right? You dive into that fight thinking that you can handle it, and like you lose, you die, and you're like, fuck, I'm garbage, I'm trash, I'm losing, I'm throwing, you know, like, you lost that fight. Why did you lose that fight? Think about it. Think about why you lost that fight. What could you have done better during that fight? Instead of insulting yourself and looking at it as a punishment, think about it from the perspective of, what did you do wrong? What can you do next time that would make that not happen? What can you correct about that? And that's what these kinds of games have taught me, of like, I rolled at a bad time and I died because of it, right? I don't look at that as like, oh shit, I'm a fuck up. It's like, okay, my timing was off. I need to correct that. You know? I want to be abused by my failure, I will draw instead. There are, like, games that will abuse you for failure. This isn't all games. Or all things in life. Like, there are many things that will punish you for failing. Many, many things. And if that's what you want instead, that's fine. There's places for that. But a game like Elden Ring, or Dark Souls, or Bloodborne, or Lies of P, or Armored Core isn't the place for that. These games aren't for that. These games are teach you. It's all patterns. You just have to learn the pattern. Or other games like Metroidvanias, you know, like roguelikes. Any game that has like a focus on difficulty of any kind. It's all about like learning. You did something wrong. Learn how to do it better. But again, people just don't give it a chance. People don't give themselves a chance to learn. That's not even on the game, it's on the person. You're not giving yourself a chance to learn. So use the methods that make the game easier, like summons. Use those so that you can learn over time. Or don't. Or if you're okay with it being a little punished, don't. But eventually you won't need them. Eventually you won't need those things that make the game easier. Okay. What did I get? What's this? Made to order items specific to the LADA. The Puppet Parts Workshop. While changing the design, they added the ability to assemble individual additives. Bayonetta pissed me off so bad at one point because I was stuck, but I kept at it. But also, I feel like real-life stuff can be harder than video game stuff, but that's a personal thing. No, definitely. Doing your own taxes is harder than any video game. Simple as that. How you doing, Thunder? I gave up on Hollow Knight, and that's okay. But if that was for a difficulty reason, again, I would recommend going back. If it was because of the backtracking or you got lost, that's okay. There's nothing wrong. Video games aren't for everybody. Like, video games are not made for everybody. But depends on, like, why you're giving up, you know? Depends on what the reasoning is of why you're giving up. Is it the game's fault or is it on you? That kind of thing. And if it's on you, then that's something to work on. You know? Wow, I should have been wearing this the whole time. A little late now. I'm probably gonna need the shock cartridge more than this right now, given who I just fought. A made-to-order item specific to the LADA, the Puppets Part Workshop. It has been in use for a long time, so despite being heavy, it is reliable. Okay. Equipping a little heavier because I can't equip a second weapon. I'm just really bad at platformers and do not care to put the effort in to learn. And one of these days you should. Because I was the same way. I was horrible at platformers games until I beat Celeste the first time. Beating Celeste the first time made me okay at platformers. Then Hollow Knight made me a little better. But Celeste was the one that definitely made the most road work. The first time. Then I played it again and did all the B-sides. And after I beat all the B-sides, that's when I would say I was like actually good at platformers. I'm still not great. And I would never say that I'm great at platformers with where I'm at right now. I'm definitely not. But I think one day I could be. And I think playing through something like the Donkey Kong franchise, which I do still want to do one of these days, I think doing that would probably make me great. Huh. I'm gonna not do this. I'm gonna head back to the front door and see if I can go in. No, actually, this feels more off the beaten path. I can always come back. The Stargazer's like 2 feet away. Celeste is fun. You only got tired of me playing Celeste because you saw me do all of the B-sides and stuff. The base game of Celeste is, like, short. Like, super short. But I did all the B-sides and stuff, which made it long. You guys didn't watch my first playthrough of Celeste. I can't remember even if that was on stream, but it was definitely before a lot of you were here. The other way around, child me was a god gamer at platformers, old me sucks at platformers. You could get that skill back. I think the only thing that, like, is lost with age and not really super attainable to get back is reaction time. Which only really affects people for, like, shooters, honestly. Shooters are probably the big one, of, like, age definitely negatively affects you there. That's the puppet of the future right there. I killed one of those. Iron Giants that will lead us into the new era. Iron Giants copyrighted. And pendant. True, BB. I think it's really just competitive games. Like MOBAs or shooters and stuff like that. That's really where reaction time will come into play. You're interesting. Damn. It reminds me of a boss from Dark Souls 2. For those of you that played, you probably know the one I'm talking about. I'm thinking hard, but I don't want to do any timing stuff. I just want to play cozy games. Nothing wrong with that. What I'm trying to say is, I just wish people gave things more of a chance. That's really like what I'm trying to say at the end of the day. It doesn't even have anything to do with these kind of games or difficulty or anything like that. I just wish people would stop being so hard on themselves in relation to just everything, and B, would allow themselves to try something that might not be up their alley for longer than they think that they should. Like, really give things a shot. And if you fail, think about why you did. Don't shit on yourself because you did. Think about why you did. Poor crouton. Something sentry? Yeah. Because eventually, if you give those things that you might not be into more of a shot, you might find yourself having a well of new content that you can consume. Like, for example, most of the people here are American, or at least not Japanese. Every single one of us, at some point, has most likely given anime a chance for the first time. And in that moment, we had to decide if it was for us or not. Most of the people here probably decided that it was. But every single one of us at some point in our lives has had that, where we watched an anime that was a thing that was completely foreign to us, and we had to decide if it was for us or not. Some of us decided it was for us, and all of a sudden, you were welcomed into a sea of content that was things from Japan, mostly anime, or, and I'm going to use the bad word, a JRPG, a turn-based RPG. Every single one of us at some point had to do that and decide if it was for us or not. And that's true for other things too. Most of us had a point where we watched our first sci-fi movie and had to decide if we liked sci-fi. We had to drink milk for, I guess that doesn't work because we drank titty milk. All of us had to try cheese at some point and decide if that was our thing or not. Like, it's all things of, like, at some point, you had to try something. And when we grow up, we stop giving things as much of a chance as we did when we were younger. At least I feel so. And that it works as our negatives. We need to give things more of a chance. Need to let things breathe. Oh my fucking god. Need to let things breathe. Hence why I'm gonna refund this prediction and restart it. I'm restarting that prediction. Hence why I'm playing Starfield right now, and I didn't like it in that first try. All right, like that first run of about 7 hours, I didn't like it, but I'm gonna stick with it because I think I might down the line. And that's not true for everything. There's been many things that I've tried for like 3 hours and been like, this isn't for me. But I've heard a lot of people recommend Starfield, so I'm gonna continue giving it a try. The same way I did Haunting Grounds, and sure, that ended up not being for me, but I gave it a college try. I gave it a chance. I still hold to the opinion that just about any food can be good to every single person if prepared correctly for them. Except, of course, if you have an allergy. You know, obviously not then. But I still think that every single food could be for every single person if prepared in a way that works for them. I've never tried a good onion, but have you had something with onion in it and then you ended up liking it? That's kind of what I mean. I don't think, honestly, things like tomato or onion, for me, at least, I would never eat those alone. Like, I know people that, like, are fucking super into tomato soup. Not for me. I'm not very into tomato soup, but tomato on, like, pizza, or, like, in a burger, love it. Oh my god, fuck this area. Holy shit. Oh my god. Come here. Was not expecting a follow-up. No, he's got a little tail! Look at his little tail! You make a dish where I can't taste that, then that doesn't mean I don't like coconut. Yeah, I agree. I think I disagree with your statement a bit. I said that's why I prefaced of most. But I do think that there probably is a form of coconut that you might like. I think it more so applies to, like, categories of food, right? Like, robotic for example, I'm gonna throw them under the bus because we've talked about it before. Robotics, like, I don't like soup. And I said before, I don't think you can dislike soup. I think it more so works in relation to formats of food. Like, a lot of people will be like, I don't like vegetables. Yes, you do. You like vegetables. You just haven't had vegetables in a way that works for you. But you like vegetables. It's that kind of thing. I think it applies a lot to categories of food more than one specific food. Oh, I see. For me, I don't like bitter. Me too. I also don't like bitter. I'm also not the biggest fan of sour. Anything that is like bitter or sour or like that kind of thing, I'm probably not gonna like it. I have, as I said before, been diving a little bit into spice and getting into spicier food. Not like spice as in like fucking herbs, you know, that's not that, you know. I mean like spice, like hot, you know. I've been getting a little bit into that. And pushing my limits in relation to that. But that's definitely like more of a slow process. I'm not gonna fucking dive into a ghost pepper or anything. It's just something that I'm pushing my limits in. So I'm assuming this increases motivity. Yes. Overwhelming strength is dominant in combat. The memories of Victor, the man who stood at the pinnacle of all life, were worth imprinting on an amulet. Is this the spiciest you can handle? I do not have an answer for that question. I have no idea. I'm not like fucking counting my Scoville levels. I don't know. Jalapeno? More, yeah. However, I don't enjoy jalapeno very much. See, my big thing with like with like the spicy factor is like, is there a reward for it? If that makes sense, you know, like. I don't want to drink or eat something that is spicy just to eat spicy. I need something that has a flavor to it. You know, like I want the spiciness to be a kick that is like at the back of a flavor kind of thing. Does that make sense? I don't want to eat the hot just to eat the hot. That's why I'm not like testing my limits with like hot sauces or anything like that. I'm not doing that because it's like the upper end of that kind of stuff is like just hot to be hot, you know? But I don't know, I'm testing my limits. And I'm doing that alongside like trialing out Mexican food and trying that kind of stuff. And I have at this point had a few burritos that I'm into. A couple burritos, I should say. Stream buffering? I've dropped 0 frames. So it is not my end.
I get the puppet. But what are the monsters doing here?
Where's that coming from? Let me kill this guy. Sometimes I eat spicy for the sake of spicy, and that's fine. It's just not my kind of thing. Again, you know, like I said earlier in relation to video games, not everything is for everybody.
What are the monsters doing here?
But I do think that, again, a lot of things can be prepared in a way that that anybody would like them. Most.
Don't come any closer.
Barring allergies.
Oh. You're not one of them. Are you here to save me? Those grand exhibition jerks are not to be messed with. Especially after they took that drug. Then there are those biological experiments. Oh, how horrid. I can't reveal everything, but suffice it to say that I can escape on my own if you clear the way a bit. Please, wipe out all those mongrels.
Okay.
Please, wipe out all those mongrels.
So I need to kill all the dudes.
It'll be easier to breathe once that horrid Victor's been taken out. Once you're done, I'll see you at the hotel.
Okay. So buy my merch. It's $5 off until the 28th. Fucking. I wish I lived on a. I wish I lived on a coastal state. 'Cause I fucking love seafood. And it's not like super expensive here, but it's definitely more expensive than it would be on a coastal state. We talked about this recently. But like, I very much wish I lived on a coastal state so that stuff like that was more accessible. Oh, and Maker, if you're here, I did look it up because it stuck with me that you asked. You asked me like how much crab was here a couple streams ago, and it stuck with me that you asked that. It's like $10. It's not that much, but it's in season right now. Like a cluster of legs is like $10. King crab? I think it was king crab. I don't remember. But it was a cluster of legs and it was like $10. But again, it's in season right now. You need to keep in mind, Maker, also, I live in Indiana, you live in New York. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, all food in your area is going to be more expensive than me. Like, we could talk about literally any food except for, like, the $1 meals of McDonald's. We could talk about any food, and it's gonna be more expensive where you are because you live in New York. That's just how that goes. Yeah, I don't think they have the $1 meal anymore now that I said that. I am going to fall off. Can I make him fall off? Well, there I go. Yeah, Maker, you live in the city, so it's gonna cost more there. That's just how that goes. Anyone here ever have Kinder Happy Hippos? No. I don't even live in the city. Well, you're like in New York. It's a more expensive state. Okay, has a higher cost of living. Yeah. confused of who I have to kill to help her. Like, is it all the robots? Like, I can do that. It's gonna take time. We had to be close, so I took the risk. Yeah, exactly, Weeby. There are some cheaper homes in the burbs of Chicago, but the amount you'd pay for those versus the little mansions in bumfuck nowhere, there's no comparison. Yeah, I agree. And even then, even if you lived in those cheaper homes of the burbs, stuff like the food, like we're talking about right now, would be more because, again, the whole state has a higher cost of living. Therefore, stuff like that is more expensive, especially as you get closer and closer to the city. You mentioned Victor by name, so maybe you can kill that one. Yeah, probably Victor specifically, you're right. Here, just to make sure, though. Nah, you're probably right. Just probably just Victor. Yeah, it is also fresher fish. That would also go into it. Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that. Because the fish are fresher in coastal states. It'd probably be more expensive, yeah. Falling apart. Alright, focus in for a second there. You'll mark up the price of literally anything if you can. Yep. All that being said, I still would like to live closer to the city. Grass is always greener and stuff. I didn't know that was there. Okay. Man, it's crazy that you could do that around a corner. Come on, man. Okay. I mean, I'll just slowly take you down. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Okay. What time is it? 2:43? Okay. We'll take a pee break real quick. So we can go for the rest of the stream without one, okay? Alright. I forgot to press the button. Is the hair everywhere? Maybe. Hang on, I'm gonna skip this. Because I think you're right. I probably only need to kill Victor. Because that's the one that they said by name. So I assume that I only need to kill Victor. If not, I can always come back and kill everything. Ahem. No. I don't think I can unequip my outfit. No. I can unequip my helmet, but I can't unequip my outfit. Which is fair. Hey chat, buy my merch. It's all $5 off until the 28th. That's all. I did all the shrines in Breath of the Wild, but I never did all the Koroks, and I never will, honestly. I do not care. When we play Breath of the Wild at the end of the timeline, I probably will do all the shrines again, but I'm not doing the Korok seeds. I do not care. Yeah, I'm just gonna focus on getting around this guy. Because this guy sucks. I agree with Wee Wee, this enemy sucks. He has the Ocarina of Time problem, where the solution of beating him is just waiting. Okay. When in break, your character's HP recovery through pulse cells immediately decreases. Using a... Okay. Yeah, you can also gift merch to the community, by the way. That's a thing that you can do. If you're like, hey, I already own this eyes beanie, you could, like, gift it to people. Or like, hey, chat, I don't want this worm thing. Or you could be like, hey, chat, I don't want this cumdle. But it'd be funny if some of you did. So you could buy the cumdle and gift it to chat. And then people could enter to win a cumdle. Has Nintendo ever had achievements? No. I believe, and I could be wrong, I haven't researched, I believe achievements were created by Microsoft on the Xbox 360, I think. And then PlayStation took them and perfected them, in my opinion. The first part was a factoid that might not be a factoid. The second part was an opinion. But some Nintendo games do have, like, their own achievements in a way. Like, probably the one that a lot of you have experienced is Animal Crossing. Probably the one that a lot of you have experienced is Animal Crossing, because Animal Crossing has its own system similar to that, of an achievement kind of system. I also recall, I think it was Luigi's Mansion put in their own achievements. But no, that is one of the ways that Nintendo is behind all of their competitors, every single one of them, and it's stupid that they are. Because achievement hunting is a niche but extremely important part of gaming. In my opinion. Colorful lace-up feminine versus masculine a joke that shoes are shoes? No. It's, sizing. So, the feminine shoes are, female sizing, and then the masculine shoes are male sizing. It's a sizing difference. I just think the terms feminine and masculine are less gendered. So I chose to say that. Yeah, I do not have the ability to combine listings. So the shoes are different products on their thing, on Printful, I believe is where they get those. They're different products on that listing because of the different sizings. And because of that, and because of that, they are different. I can't list them in the same. Oh my god. It's the same thing of like... So like the heck print, right? Some colors work better with the heck part being written in white, or really the entire design being in white, because for darker clothes, the white stands out more than the black that it currently is. So I could have listings for like dark prints, which has the white, like dark shirts that has the white version, and then a different listing for light colors that has the light listing. You know, like those could be separate things, but I don't want to do that. If they had the same, if I was able to combine product listings for different designs, then I would do that, of having something that is light and then dark to have it work on every color of shirt. I can't do that. The Converse, they are unisex, so you could pick your sizing. At least not on my, not mine. For the ones that are styled after Converse, it's female and male sizing. But, like, I just think feminine versus masculine is a better way to word that isn't as gendered. The man who stood at the pinnacle of life, champion Victor, has returned. Do you remember the great wrestler Victor? The Hercules of Krat? The man who has never backed down, even when pitted against a lion and a bear? The veteran warrior who has painted the circus with your cheers and applause? Victor is coming back to us. Victor's incurable illness that came suddenly a few years ago saddened all Krat citizens. Everyone learned that he's human after all, and fate can't be avoided. But with the help of the alchemists and medical science, Champion Victor is back from the dead. The illness can't bother him anymore. The steel-like will and superhuman power that defied fate. The world's strongest man, Champion Victor, is coming back to us. His big return match is with none other than an automated puppet. This coming full moon, witness what's sure to be a legendary moment of a man who stood at the pinnacle of besting even a machine. Only a few spots left. Hurry and buy your tickets now. So it seems like the cure worked for a moment, but it wasn't permanent. And eventually, it caused them to become monstrosities, but not initially. I fought all these. Interesting. Yeah, I get you, Keon. I recall the product manager of Fourth Wall saying that they're working on combining product listings, but I'm not sure. I'm not saying that as a fact. I'm not sure. What if the game turns you human in the end and you catch the disease that makes you stone or whatever? To be real with you, what I think is going to happen, Keon, is to become human, I've been having to lie a lot and also kill humans. So I think what's going to end up happening is I'm going to become human but give up my humanity. If that makes sense. Become human, but I'm also a terrible person. That's what I think is happening. That to become human, I've had to give up on humanity. So I'm a human, but not. Wanted to say that reminded me of another game that would be spoilers, yeah. It's just a theory. A game theory. Yeah, I figured. Oh! Guess he was defective. I'm gonna open this chest. Oh, never mind. Just came alive when I walked in there. Okay. You and your advanced age. Yes! I can upgrade my shit. You're gonna come alive, aren't you? No? I'm surprised. Shocked even. Okay. Just a little bit closer to my face, I feel. Just a little bit. I fought one of those guys early on. I never picked up my stuff. Not that much, it's fine. I lost 20,000 earlier. That was a bit of a hit, but like 9,000 isn't really that much. Is this corrosive juice? It didn't do anything to me. So I assume not, but it definitely had the same color tone as the corrosion. Hey, my merch, $5 off, buy it! Okay. I'm gonna do it every time, chat. Oh, okay, chat. Chat, tune in, focus in. We're about to hear a riddle. Okay, I am really bad at riddles. All right, let's tune in, focus in. We're hearing a riddle. It's riddle time. We're riddling. Feel free to backseat, we're riddling.
Another fine day in the city of Krat, but I wonder, my friend, just where you've been? If your goal is to study the human condition, there's no better way than my riddle position. You know how it is. It's time for a quiz. Today's riddle might have you over the barrel. But get this one wrong and you will be in peril. So, answer correctly or tango with danger. But when you quiz with the king, danger's no stranger. Now, listen closely and heed the king's speech, or the answer to this one will stay out of reach. Think about this, whatever it takes. What cannot be used before it breaks?
Egg! Egg!
Correct! You were once such a fool, yet you've gotten so clever.
Egg!
I'm happy as a parent. In this city, there are those who wish to crack the shell and be reborn. How about you? Can you awaken and break free of the shell that is your puppet's body? Oh, it's a frightfully difficult question, huh? So, I'll reward you with a hint. At the grand exhibition, you now must behold all 10 fingertips of the woman of cold. Look close before she escapes your notice. Then I'm done with you. Mostly.
A woman of cold? Behold the fingertips of the cold woman at the exhibition. The cold woman. What? Hi. Are you a puppet? Yes. The woman of cold, a statue. All 10 fingers of the woman of cold, maybe a statue. Maybe. Huh? So maybe it's this? Gotta be. Trinity key. Okay, now we gotta find the door. Easy peasy. Also, Ace, that is not false. How When you eat the eggshell, are you not breaking the egg to put it in your mouth? The second that you bite down on the eggshell, you're breaking the egg. I swallow it whole? Okay. But when it is in your stomach, getting absorbed by stomach acid, it has to break to get that energy. Therefore, you're still breaking it. No matter what you say, like, at some point, that egg is being broken in order for you to use it. I poop it out whole? Alright. I didn't know I was talking to a chicken, my bad. Hey, Pink Lady SMS, how you doing? Can someone shout out Pink Lady, please? Have you ever had those moments where you have those people at work or customers that are Karens and you just want to strangle something because of how many Karens you've had to deal with already that day? No. Alright, back to the end. I've definitely had customers that I didn't like interacting with and have, like, they've made me upset. Definitely, yeah. But I just smile and nod. Bye, Simon.
Worry me with my money.
Huh. I want to strangle somebody. It's a strangler. Swap?
Have you ever had a dream that you,
No.
you had,
Nope.
you could, you'll do, you want,
Victor.
you could do so, you'll do, you could do, you want them to do so much you could do anything?
Oh, he's being pumped with the corrosion. This guy's fucking sick. Both literally and figuratively. Whoa! Fine. Yeah, I assume that was Victor. Fucking Bane looking ass. I had a customer not answer the door after I rang it 2 or 3 times and waited 5 minutes and then just left it at his door and left because it was almost time for close and we were behind on deliveries. Then I finished the second delivery. When I get back to my manager, says he was spam calling the store and we decided to ignore it since we were very behind and busy, and the guy was obviously trying to get free food since he grabbed the food right when I was pulling out of the driveway. Keep in mind that his food was already free for that order and he's trying to get more free food for not answering the door. Yeah, that's on him. Do you have a donkey head? Yeah, I have an ass head. I'm also wearing a gesture outfit. For, you know, proper classy representation. Hit it, Splinter. That's the boss. how hearts connect minds with wavelengths, that transparent fullness where lies cannot exist. Is that the new true world or a forced prison? Maybe I won't be able to think free, laughing in my head or running away. I'm gonna head over here, but I'm not entering there yet. What time is it? 3:20? I got time. Let's head back and tell the lady that we killed Victor. Is that drill guy behind me still? No. Okay. Whoop. We had another lady try to get free food again for saying her food was cold right when I delivered it. Huh. Nice weapon. I like it a lot. We need to go out here. Then we're going to head back to the hotel and upgrade my arm and also hand that dude the box that we just got. So what kind of games other than Fortnite and DBD do you play, Pink Lady? Like the Dark Soul whips, but better. It's kind of more, because it's like because this is like the power attack right here, but I don't have to use that. Normally, it's just a scythe. Yeah, it's a whip and a scythe combined. Yeah, I killed Victor.
Please, wipe out. It'll be easier to breathe once that...
Or not. Pick up my shit and then retreat. I got stuck. I got stuck. Nope. Okay. Writing down notes to apply this to my Dungeons & Dragons game I'll be running with friends. Trick weapons in general from Bloodborne and this would be great. Alright, take two. Tried a variety of games lately. Demonologist I have been addicted to. Diablo 4 is my favorite. And Ghost Watchers. What's Ghost Watchers? I know all of those except Ghost Watchers. Paleo 2? I know that one too. I just don't know Ghost Watchers. There's not an enemy nearby. You're lying. You're wrong. Okay. Oh, okay. Campaign I'll be running already has trick weapons and took inspiration from H.P. Lovecraft and Dark Souls. I have a trick weapon that's a stick. The transformation is you break it in half over your knee. Then to put it back together, you need glue and tape. Yep, that would be a trick weapon, sure. Yep, sure.
I'll use my power to help you.
That's a fantastic trick weapon. Works perfectly. I actually shouldn't do this. I need the money.
No matter what fate brings, serving welcome to...
Already heard of that.
This is a supply box, officially approved by the city of Krat. I shall open it and add it to the hotel shop. Many thanks, good sir. No matter what, serving welcome to...
Alright, what you got, homie? Oh, you got another one. Yes, please. And quartz. A chemical booster. Speeds up gold coin fruit growth. A botanical growth booster made by the legendary alchemist using mysterious knowledge. It accelerates the time it takes for gold coin tree to bear fruit. The alchemist's knowledge with its many different facets gave birth to abundance. One alchemist about botanical booster even produced a miracle tree. Sure. Oh, I can buy mini. Okay, never mind. I thought it was a one and done. Okay.
I know my way around a weapon.
Okay. Floof guided our raid tonight, and he speaks very highly of you all. I will make sure to fix my clips for next time. Aw. How very wrong of him to do that. I can only do one of these. I need one more to get attack link. Enables dodging after a hit. So I guess this would work if something is flying at me while I'm linked. This is really the only other one of them that I would want. Like, this is pretty cool. I haven't really looked at their upgrades. I kind of just stuck with the string, because, like, that's the kind of thing that I like in majority of games. Yeah, that's pretty cool. This is the shock arm, right? So normally, you gotta be like right on top of them, right? Yeah. This one you can move. This adds tick damage. And this gives it more damage. This is a weird game, for sure. This is the flamethrower. This makes it... Okay, so this makes it a cone rather than a ray. This adds, like, a heat-up mechanic. Interesting. This puts down a landmine. What? Increases the enemy detection time after installation. What? I guess it takes a shorter time to start up. And this means you can put down more. And this is a bigger explosion. This arm's pretty cool. Press the Fable button again to change the direction. Oh, so it's either you spray it horizontally or vertically. That's cool. And this is more range. Acid explosion when the acid pool duration is ended. That's pretty cool. This is just a Legion arm that can block enemy attacks with your left arm. When it receives a blow, the embedded device explodes and deals damage to the enemy. Meh. Can make weapon attacks while guarding. That's pretty cool. Could use like a buckler rapier combo. That's pretty cool. When the Fable slot remains, you can parry by pressing the Fable button. That's cool. Adds a little extra to it. While performing a guard counter, charge for more powerful attack. And then you jump back in. That's pretty cool. Very similar to the shield in God of War. And then we just seen this one. Yeah, even like looking at all the upgrades, like I think the corrosion arm, the fire arm and the corrosion arm are definitely like second places. No, I take that back. The Falcon Eyes is the peak. Like I would say if I wasn't using the puppet string, if the puppet string didn't exist, then I would probably use the Falcon Eyes. And then if that didn't exist, I'd probably use the corrosion arm. But I always like this kind of stuff in games. Things that bring me closer or them closer. I love that kind of stuff. So like I very much like what I got.
At the House of Vanini.
But I can't do more than I have right now, right? How you doing, Obi? If you pull or wire trace an enemy, press and hold the button. So I just need to hold it to do this when I get it. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna talk to her one more time just to make sure nothing changed.
People have no thanks for I see you lie.
I didn't mean to do this. I'm good. How's you? I'm doing good. Okay, just making sure I still have time. We're gonna start this boss, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to finish it before the end of stream.
I'll use my...
Well, I have more, quartz. I should use that before we go do the boss, because I can get one more thing. One more ability. Yeah, he's letting me do it. Yeah. Maybe because I'm becoming more human? So maybe the cat doesn't like puppets, but because I've been lying and stuff, the cat's starting to like me. So listen, hear that, chat? To get a cat to like you, all you have to do is be a horrible person. If you're a horrible person, the cats will start liking you. So, like, while you're like, so in order to get cats to like you, just kill a few people. You know, just kill a couple people and the cat will start liking you. That's how that works. Just a couple people. Whoops. I'm gonna pause. Boop. Let's get this. Charges Fable upon reviving. So I'll always have, like, Fable coming up and I can use that a bunch. And now I've unlocked these. Increase the number of amulet equipable slots, so I'd have 4. Increases the maximum number of Fable slots, so I'd have 4. Increases the maximum number of special grindstone uses. That's pretty fucking good. Breaks the enemy's stance when a perfect guard is successful. That's also pretty fucking good. Those are all very good. Yeah. I'll think on it for a while. I don't need to get something right now. That's why Gingy loves me so much, because you've killed so many people.
I'll use my...
Alright, what do we got? Can I get 2? No. You can only get 1. I might need to give up on this stream. Yeah, I might need to give up on this dream. I'm gonna go up to 20. No, I need like 10 full pounds to be able to do it. I could just upgrade the rapier. Gardo Taurus, thank you for the raid. Hello, how are you? Can someone shout out Gardo, please? Thanks, man, I do? Okay, cool. I'm currently figuring out what I want to do weapon. I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to use the rapier. I think Because I just got to level 20 capacity, right? No, I'm at 19. I think I'll do one more into capacity to make it an even 20. But I think I'm going to stop there. Because if I go beyond 20, then there's no point in me even doing it. Because it's like, that's way too many levels just to use this other fucking weapon. So I think it's better for me to just level out at 20, so it's a nice even 20, because it just looks pretty. And then focus in on getting the rapier, or another weapon like the rapier, up into higher damage. Yeah, let's use the rapier, and let's upgrade the rapier.
I know my way.
More. Let's get it up to, that's at 6. I can get it up to 6. I can afford it. It's fine. Yeah. Stop there. So we'll get it up to the point where it's level with this, and then we'll stop. I can do one more. I mean, I have 3 of these. Fuck it. One more. One more. Cowbunga. There. And then stop there. Now we have a very good side weapon. So during the fight, really specifically boss fights, if I run out of stuff, let's see how much it does. If I stop attacking, does it start recharging durability? No. Okay. Let's go ahead and trial. Let's get this weapon low and see how fast it recharges in my when I unequip it. Okay. So it seems like it takes about 1:30 to recharge from half, which is pretty fucking good. It gives a good option if I'm like during a high octane moment where I don't have the time to if I don't have the time to sharpen, which has happened a lot, you know, like during the King of the King of Puppets, like that would have helped a lot, being able to just swap to another weapon rather than recharge. Like, obviously, if there's a moment, if there's, like, a break, then I would much rather be using the scythe. It's just the stronger weapon. So I'd swap back and charge it. But, like, being able to do that faster is going to help a lot. A nice secondary. All right, chat. That prediction's still going, right? Cool. We're gonna go until the 5 attempts, and then we'll probably stop. Because I do have a bit of a time limit tonight. So I can't go late. Super late. I need time to get food and stuff. Yeah, we record Bloodborne, we record Baldur's Gate tonight. So I need to end on time in order to be able to, be on time for Baldur's Gate. Because I don't want to be late.
Welcome to my grave.
Oh, you're Victor.
This is where evolution becomes real. Period. I am Victor, the champion. Open your eyes.
Oh my God!
Father God, I dedicate this victory to you.
One! I'm not even gonna validate that with the response. Built like a brick shit house, and he hits like a train. Yeah, goddamn. This is the definition of Hulk smash. That went well. Yeah, that was oof. That was immediate. Oh my god. I just noticed an item. Sorry, arm of God. My bad. Oh, hey guys. I should be killing these guys every time. Even though I don't have to. Even though it's really easy to run by. I should be killing them every time to get like a steady supply of ergo as I'm fighting the boss. You know what I mean? Hey chat, December 9th is the community night. Make sure you vote on the form. It was just linked in chat. If you're gonna be there, December 9th.
Open your eyes. Gaze upon the new world.
Nice. Oh my fucking god.
This is the power of the reborn.
Reborn. So did he actually fully die? Oh my god.
We are the reborn.
We? I'm dead.
I dedicate this victory to you.
Two! God damn. Okay, let's hear me out. That was a bit of a mistake. It's alright. All good. Okay, that health right there, it was holding me back anyways. Okay, that health was holding me back. Last time I was at Community Night, I was destroying in some racing game, and dude asked if I'm good at racing games, and I basically told him yeah, and then proceeded to lose over and over again. It was great. That was probably Mario Kart. I assume Mario Kart. We play a lot of Mario Kart. We're big Mario Kart stands, alright? Chat, can I be honest with you? Can I be real with you? I don't know what a stand is. I assume that it's just a different word for fan. I don't know what a stand is. I said that, but I don't know what it is. I've heard people saying it for years. I've never known what it is. Oh, shit! Okay, alright, that's fine. I didn't need it.
It's not over yet. I am the chosen one. Humanity must be born again.
3!
And their fate.
Stalker fan? Oh. Well, we're a fan for Mario Kart. I'm not going to use that anymore. I think it was the Garfield racing game. We didn't do that. Have we done the Garfield kart? I own Garfield kart. It's on the list. I don't know if we've done that here. We might be thinking of somewhere else. I own it, like it's on the list, but I don't think we've ever done it. God damn, I'm just gonna go back to the fucking thing. That was a game night, not a community night. Got it. I don't even care. Yeah, nah. Game nights are like Discord only. Community nights are on stream. And game nights don't happen anymore. I couldn't join for the game nights because that's like the day off where I don't talk to anybody. Most of the time. Sometimes I do anyways. A few Wednesdays ago, I played board games with Ace Angel, Big Chunk, Lady Raredrum, and Biscuit Dealer. That was fun. I like doing that. That was a good time. I like board games. Board games are fun.
Open your eyes. Gaze upon the new world.
He hates us? No, I just need recharge time. I need to change out my grinder wheel. Corrosion's not going to work against this guy. Power of the Reborn, guys. Yeah, what attempt is this? This is 4, right? Oh, fuck! Okay. I have an idea of how to make what I'm doing better. Not that.
It's not over yet. I am the chosen one.
Fuck. Phase 2. I think there's 4. All right, buddy.
The new world belongs to us. It's not over yet. I am the chosen one.
Wow, that got longer. 4! You just drank the chug jug. #1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we about to get down. Get down. I don't think that is one ace. I could be wrong. It's a redeem. How fucking dare you, honestly. I forgot to change out my grinder. God damn it.
Open your eyes. Gaze upon the new world.
Not greedy. Fine. Whoa!
It's not over yet. I am the chosen one. Oh God. I did
5! More it is. Okay. Unfortunately, it's gonna be quite a while before we're able to return to Lies of P. As later this week, I am taking a break for about 3 days, but it will attune to 5 days off in a row. So we will not be playing this for about 6 days. So, unfortunately, we're going to take quite a break from Lies of Penis. But when we come back, we are going to beat up this fucking boss.